Hello again, and welcome to our podcast, Along the Rock. It pays homage to the people of the Sauk Valley and the river that runs through it. My name is Mark Morris. I'll be your host, as usual. Joining me today, a cast of thousands. Not quite, but it kind of looks like it if you're looking at the screen right now. Tori Highley from the Dixon Historic Theater. She's the theater manager. And also a choreographer, you mentioned?
Yep.
Nice.
So I'm the choreographer for the Children's Theater program over at the Dixon Theater.
Okay. And to her left would be Kamri Velez. Hello, Kamri.
Hi.
Lilli Highley.
Hi.
Evelyn Arneson.
Oh, hello.
And on the stool behind everybody is Nora Highley.
Hi.
The shows coming up are Willy Wonka Jr., which will be May 9th and 10th. So that's the first one that we'll be showing. I'll start with you, Tori. Just tell us a little bit about that show. Most people have seen the movie, although you girls are all pretty young, so I don't know if you have or not.
Well, so we're doing Willy Wonka Jr. over at the Dixon Historic Theater. It follows the story of just like the old story, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Willy Wonka, and there's lots of Oompa Loompas. We have 20 Oompa Loompas on our stage. The Willy Wonka Jr. is all 10 and under students, so it's our younger class.
Okay. All right. And that'll be May 9th?
May 9th at 7 o'clock and May 10th at 2 p.m.
Oh, matinee on the 10th. Okay.
Yeah, that Saturday's a matinee.
All right, May 9th and 10th. And the second show, the Children's Theater show, will be Into the Woods Jr. Now, I've never seen the movie, but there was a lot of talk about it when it came out as to how unusual it was and kind of strangely spooky. Is that how this one is?
So ours is a little lighter. Into the Woods, it follows the fairy tale, kind of your classic fairy tale creatures. We've got Jack and the Beanstalk, there's Rapunzel, there's the Wicked Witch. Our Wicked Witch is definitely a little kinder than in the movie.
She's not really wicked.
She's not really wicked, no, but she does have some good rapping skills in the show.
All right.
That's for sure.
A little rapping going on, huh?
There's a little rapping in the show. It's fun.
Okay. Well, why not? Are these both written by well-known playwrights, or are they adaptations written by somebody closer to home?
Sure thing. So Into the Woods is by Stephan Sondheim, which is a really well-known writer. So we've adapted from that. It's not quite as what the Broadway show is, right? Yeah. And Willy Wonka Jr. is the Roald Dahl, the classic story. It's just been adapted for the stage.
Okay. Well, so you won't be departing too far from that one.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of special effects in Willy Wonka? Because in the movie, I know there were quite a few.
There are, so we've got the bubbles scene where they have to fly up in the air. We've got some cool bubbles happening on the stage, which is fun. We just got a new bubble machine to do that. Otherwise, we've got our fog that happens. There's some really cool lighting effects that are going to happen. We've got a giant candy boat that just got built. And we're working on that right now. It's pretty cool.
Okay. How much of that, Evelyn, are you responsible for? I know you're working a lot of backstage stuff. So.
Probably like the painting part with it, and like adding just
She'll get
basically
to
the painting.
Be all the fairy dusting on top and doing all the finishing touches of it.
Okay. And I guess you've also got some other responsibilities too.
I'll go down in like the costume closet and help like find different outfits and write them down, like with what character has what for like what scene or what different outfits they have.
You're kind of a stage manager in some ways.
Absolutely. She's kind of a jack of all trades. She does all the little jobs for us.
Multi-talented. Do you see yourself as a performer too?
Probably not.
No? You don't like that part of theater? You'd rather be behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Okay. All three of you other girls are going to be doing some performing. Kamri, how do you like acting? Is it a challenge for you?
Kind of.
Yeah. How do you like memorizing lines? That's always been one of the tougher parts of performing.
Good.
Yeah, you pretty good at it? Good memory? Okay. Nora, how about you? What do you like about acting?
I like singing the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like just like playing around and messing around with my friends.
Okay. Do you do some dancing too?
Yeah, I do dancing too. But I don't do like professional in competition like my sister.
Okay.
But
So Lilli, you're a competitive dancer?
Yes, this is my second year of competitive dancing, but I've been dancing since I was like 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any particular style or?
I love it all. I love musical theater, and I also love like lyrical and contemporary, but I honestly just love all of the dance styles.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How do you like memorizing lines?
I've never found memorizing lines hard. Like it's never been a big deal for me. I kind of just it kind of just comes with me as rehearsals go on.
Sure.
She's a true theater kid. She got thrown on stage, what, at
3.
3? She was in her first show, so
This is my 14th.
14th show, yeah. She's been memorizing.
Your 14th show?
My 14th show, and I'm 13
In
years
13
old.
years?
I just turned 13 too.
Wow. So I take it you're going to try to go on to the stage.
Yeah.
I know you're 13 and you've got a lot of school left. But
Yes, my dream is to become a professional actor and dancer. I really want to become a Disney princess at Disney World, but also Broadway, just professionally acting and dancing.
At some point, that means a trip to New York.
Yeah.
Maybe a long trip to New York, depending on how well you do. That's a tough road to hoe. You mentioned before we started recording, Tori, that Willy Wonka Jr. was for certain age audiences, and then Into the Woods Jr. was for those who were just a little younger.
Yeah, so the students in them, our younger program is Willy Wonka Jr., so that's from primarily 10 and under kids, and then we have older students who help out and supervise and kind of take on different groups of kids. So Lilli will help out with some of our Oompa Loompas. We've got other groups that help out with the squirrels because those are some of our youngest age. Our youngest age student is 6, so we have some really young ones in the show.
Wow.
Yes, and then Into the Woods is 11 and older students. So most of those kids have gone through that younger program, and now we've expanded to have an older group.
Okay. Has the work you've done been mainly at the Dixon or Woodlawn or some of the other or schools?
Most of my shows have been at the Dixon. I did a few polo shows when I was really little,
They have
but
an active group up there.
yeah, but otherwise it's mainly been at the Dixon.
We've done a few Woodlawn productions.
Yeah, I did one Woodlawn production, and then one Stage Left production. But otherwise, I've done every show at the Dixon for the kids theater.
Okay. May 9th is not far off. How many more rehearsals until you can really get nervous? How about it, Kamri?
Probably until Tech Week.
Okay. Do a whole week of tech rehearsals?
Because Tech Week is coming up pretty soon, huh? We have one more week, and then Tech Week hits.
And then dress rehearsal would be probably the 8th.
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna be ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What about everybody else? You gonna be all set? Anything you're not real comfortable with yet?
Some of my lines in Act 2, I haven't fully memorized yet.
Aha.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna get there before Tech Week.
And so the director likes to hear that. Very much so. What about some of the behind the scenes stuff? You've got all that down pat. And, sometimes that tech stuff is what can go wrong more easily than some of the others.
We really just have left making and finishing all of the props. and like all the different sets, which is going to be a lot to finish in like a couple weeks.
The unfortunate thing about theater and happening at the Dixon right now is we have events happening every weekend. So our set will not go up until the week of show. So it's going to be a crazy week of building the set and painting the set and
Constant shuffling. Huh?
yep.
Okay. You got a crew of muscle to help you with some of that
We
stuff?
sure do. We've got an awesome group of volunteers and the rest of our employees, and then lovely Evelyn over there and a couple other kids are going to help us with painting everything and getting it all done that last week.
Okay. That's sounds exciting, and I'll bet you were pretty excited about doing it. I think I asked you before we started recording, is anyone in both shows?
I'm helping out with Willy Wonka, and then I'm performing in Into the Woods. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you're taking part in all aspects of the production. Okay. Sounds good. Well, I thank you for coming up and break a leg, as they say. Or in your case, lots of them, I guess. And Tori, thank you. And we'll be talking with you, I guess, a little later about some of the work that is being done and has been done on the historic Dixon.
Greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and watercress, and fiddle ferns, and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, 'cause I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, harassing me, rooting through my rugula, raiding my arugula, and ripping up my rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him. Right there, could have turned him to a stone or a dog or a chair.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you've left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how smart you are. When you're way up high and you look below at a world like none that you've ever known, where the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you've never dared, 'cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible giant with a terrible roar. So you steal some gold and away you go, and you scramble down to the world below, and you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky.
Also like to thank our crew for making this show possible on a regular basis. I'm Mark Morris. Hope you can join us next time along the route.